Hello and welcome to the third quarter MCUL Priority Report for 2016. Each quarter we provide MCUL members with an expanded update of our progress and accomplishments for the year. Our goal, of course, is to cover current issues and activities and future priorities for our association working with CUNA before going over a brief update regarding CUSG, including a short summary of financial highlights. So before I introduce Ken Ross to give an update on the association side, I'd like to take a moment to highlight a few important issues. Now, last month, the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau gave out its largest fine to date of $138 million on Wells Fargo for illegally opening more than 2 million credit card and deposit accounts for customers in an effort to meet aggressive sales goals. Now, as a credit industry, we can take comfort that the credit union model typically doesn't lend itself to such anti-consumer activities. And as such, we continue to make our highest priority, our highest legislative priority, to find relief from the oversight of the CFPB for credit unions. Simply put, credit unions don't need a new super regulator to layer on unnecessary regulations. Now, in related news, the CFPB also levied a hefty $28.5 million fine on the nation's largest credit union, Navy Federal, over its alleged illegal debt collection practices. Now, while in both cases abuses may have occurred, the difference is stark between the setup of 2 million fraudulent accounts by Wells, set up without customer permission, versus Navy Federal's efforts to collect on delinquent loans that may have failed to comply with the letter of the law. In any case, these investigative and punitive actions taken by CFPB are a reminder that the Bureau has unbounded authority. Now, on a related and a positive note, during the same week, a federal appeals court dealt a blow to the CFPB by ruling that its structure is unconstitutional as it is led by a single director, which is not in line with other independent agencies, which are typically run by a group of commissioners or board members. Imagine an NCUA ruled by a single director versus a board of 3 without diverse partisan views on proposed regulations. That would not be a good thing. Now, these events reinforce the need for the CUNA League system to seek a complete exemption from the CFPB's oversight over credit unions in the next Congress. The MCUL plans to continue to push for this as our industry's highest legislative priority in lockstep with the Credit Union National Association. Now, shifting to highlights from our most recent NCUA call report data, Michigan's credit unions are closing in on the 5 million membership mark, or nearly half of the population in Michigan. Now, this membership growth is due to credit unions' continued focus on providing members with low-cost, low-fee, high-quality products and services, and providing consumer education and providing services as a trusted financial partner. This is what sets credit unions apart from the banking industry. And consumers are discovering credit unions in record numbers in Michigan, with over 40,000 people joining Michigan's credit unions in the second quarter alone. Pretty impressive. Now, as we complete our third quarter, the League's year-to-date increase in member net assets of $2.9 million grows your net assets, the assets that belong to you as the members of MCUL, to a hefty $73 million. Now, this is something that no other association in the credit industry has. And that strong capital gives us an even stronger base for keeping dues low and driving our funding from investment returns rather than from your dues assessments. In fact, only 8% of the League's operating expenses are paid for with member dues each year. So we're proud of that model, and we're striving to keep that model strong so that it benefits you. Now, as for other key performance metrics for the League, we have 100% affiliation, thank you for that, 100% voluntary support for the CU-Link Cooperative Advertising Campaign, which, by the way, is the largest voluntarily funded cooperative advertising campaign in the nation, in the credit union space. And that campaign has 37% participation from our credit unions at the full share level. And that's up from 29% of our credit unions participating at full share just a year prior. We have 96% member satisfaction, according to our surveys. When we survey our employees, we're very proud of the fact that we have an 85% satisfaction rating with our employees and a very manageable 12% year-over-year turnover rate for MCUL and affiliates. So those are metrics that we track and that we think are important because our stakeholders are our members and our employees and the credit union community that we serve. Now, another important thing that I want to comment on is in our advocacy area, the state and federal PAC fundraising that is so important for our legislative efforts. We're on track with the fundraising in both cases. And in our education area, all of our major education events have garnered participation at or above our target levels for the year. So there are a lot of success metrics as we finish the third quarter that we can take great pride in. So most of all, I want to say thank you to our credit union community for your support for the MCUL and for the Credit Union National Association and for CUSG as we continue to work on all of these metrics and on all of these issues and activities that we hope accrue to your benefit as members and customers of our organizations. Now, I'd like to introduce MCUL's EVP Ken Ross to provide additional details on our priorities and results through the third quarter of this year.
Thanks, Dave. With the election upon us, legislative education and advocacy have been more important than ever. At the end of September, our staff at MCUL and more than 50 credit union representatives paid a visit to our congressional leaders in Washington, D.C. Our goal is to make sure our federal legislators and regulators understand the importance of credit unions. With a record number of participants, we visited with 14 congressmen and congresswomen, as well as Senators Gary Peters and Debbie Stabenow. As important as being heard by current legislators is, it's just as important to build working relationships with new members of the congressional and state-level delegations. With 14 U.S. House seats and 110 state House seats up for election, participation in MCUL events throughout the state play a critical role in our grassroots engagement strategy. Meet and greets, chapter legislative breakfasts, and other MCUL coordinated events allow credit union employees and volunteers to educate candidates and elected officials on issues that are important to our industry. Now, lawmakers tell us again and again how important it is to hear personal stories from credit union advocates, especially during an election year. Your help in telling the credit union story to our legislators has made all the difference. Now, besides talking with legislators, there are additional ways to help our industry, such as supporting MCUL's advocacy efforts by promoting our PAC programs, including our Lapel Pin program. The Lapel Pin program is our largest state PAC fundraiser and is critical in helping us elect credit union-friendly candidates. Having credit union supporters in key legislative positions helps us advance our legislative agenda, as we saw with the recent update of the Michigan Credit Union Act. With this being an election year, state PAC funds are especially critical in our efforts to support credit union-friendly candidates. Now, looking into 2017, MCUL and CUNA are discussing the modernization of the Federal Credit Union Act, and we continue to work together to ensure our new president and Congress understands the importance of providing regulatory relief for credit unions. And as we enter the last weeks of our legislative schedule, we'll remain vigilant to protect credit union members from across the state from the predatory payday lending industry. As Dave mentioned earlier, this issue will continue to be at the top of our advocacy agenda. Now, mirroring our efforts with legislators, we're reaching consumers and current members at a new level with our 2016 cooperative advertising campaign. This year's CU Link Steps campaign has covered media outlets from across the state, sharing the importance of credit unions during those important life moments we all experience. Plans are currently underway to refresh the campaign into next year. Additionally, we're already exploring a new creative concept for the 2018 campaign launch that will be showcasing the 2017 ACNE in Grand Rapids. We know it's going to take outstanding leadership for credit unions to serve, grow, and remain strong well into the future. In 2016, we took our leadership training a step further with the introduction of intentional credit union leadership, an immediate success for developing the vision and effectiveness for our industry leaders of tomorrow. Look for us to continue to build out additional leadership training in the coming year. As we head into 2017, MCUL's education and events team will continue to push the envelope to deliver unique experiences and resources to give our Michigan credit union professionals the insights and tools for success. From the Compliance Conference kicking off the year in February, followed by the Lending and Marketing Conference in March, Next year's slate is going to be packed with vital credit union events. We have also started preparing for the 2017 ACNE in Grand Rapids, which will feature exciting speakers as well as many education and networking opportunities. As we celebrate each of our successes over the past year, we know that much more work lies ahead of us. I know we're up to the challenge. Now back to you, Dave.
Thank you, Ken. We do have a lot of work ahead of us in the coming year, but together I'm confident we can accomplish each challenge and find opportunity for our organizations as well as for the credit unions that we serve. So before moving to the CUSG side, I want to take a quick look at some industry trends from the second quarter data recently released by the NCUA and CUNA. I mentioned earlier the membership growth. I want to expand on that a little bit. So our Michigan credit unions showcase their commitment to supporting members through double-digit 12-month loan gains in several categories as follows. When we look year over year through the third quarter, the annualized growth rates on total loans, 11.1%, on credit cards, 5.7%. Member business loans up year over year through the third quarter, 16.9%, and other unsecured loans, 8.8%. When you look at auto lending, new car loan growth, 14%, used car loan growth, 14.8%, and first mortgage loan growth, 7.7%. Those are very robust growth rates in the lending area that shows how the economy has improved and how credit unions are big players in helping consumers and small businesses with their borrowing needs. So I continue to encourage our credit union leaders and our regulators to push for and to allow our industry to take appropriate lending risk in order to serve the needs of consumers and communities across the state. Our industry's delinquency and charge-off rates are at record low levels, and as you know, liquidity continues to be very high for most credit unions. So these performance metrics are solid. We can take great pride in celebrating the continued success of the credit union industry in Michigan, and I wanted to share a few of those perspectives with you. Now you can visit the Industry Resources section of our website to get the latest state and national quarterly performance information on that site. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Michigan's credit union membership growth is continuing really strong, and that gives us a great message for credit unions individually and for us collectively to take to the public. In fact, membership reached 4.9 million at the end of the second quarter. The 3.1% increase over the 12-month period ending with the second quarter was the largest membership percentage gain that we've seen in several years. And as credit union membership grows, so does our ability to help improve lives of consumers. And that's our mission together. We're proud to be a part of the credit union mission for helping people to get ahead and improve their lives through the credit union model. Now let's turn to CU Solutions Group's President, COO, Drew Egan, for an update on how the company is helping to support the MCUL's mission and helping to serve the needs of Michigan's credit unions. Drew?
Thanks, Dave. First, I want to share some news regarding our partnership with Sprint. Kicking off in 2017, the new Sprint credit union member discount will be transitioning to a $100 cash back offer on each new line activation and a $50 cash back offer on all renewal and transfer lines in. For each year after the first, members enrolled in the program received a $50 loyalty cash back for each activated line. Taking a look at marketing solutions, we've recently seen a successful launch of the second annual Love My Credit Union campaign. Consumer viewing and voting opened on October 1st, and we're already seeing great results. That campaign is an excellent way for credit unions across the country to promote the People Helping People mission in one strong and united voice. Credit unions are showing members the impact they're making in their communities, and members are responding with overwhelming support. If your credit union has already uploaded a video, make sure to encourage your members to vote early and to vote often. For each vote cast, they're entered to win a $500 Visa gift card and a $500 donation to the charity of their choosing. If your credit union has yet to submit a video, there's still time to get involved. Monthly prizes are available based on asset size. State-level prizes are available, and prizes are available for credit unions and credit union support organizations. There are plenty of chances for your credit union to make its mark, so if you haven't already, get involved today. Visit lovemycucampaign.org for helpful tips on member engagement, marketing materials, or advice on an easy-to-make video. Another area of focus this past quarter has been our relationship with Intuit. The Love My Credit Union Rewards team achieved record growth with the TurboTax program this past year, and we're determined to post a repeat performance for the upcoming year. In tax year 2015, member sales increased 12% to more than 250,000 units. This surpassed Intuit's own growth rate, and needless to say, they're very pleased with our results. Beyond returning products, CUSG has several new product announcements, including a new social media offering that's been driven by Focus IQ. Social Accelerate is a social media service that's scalable to the budget and needs of both credit unions, large and small. We're also just a few short weeks away from the launch of our new millennial marketing project, Life Steps. With the help of Focus IQ, our marketing solutions team has spent the last several months conducting research, and we've uncovered some interesting results to help you reach that sought-after demographic. We look forward to sharing that information with you to help advance your membership. Moving on to technology solutions, our development team has been hard at work creating new implementations of Destination Compliance. Designed to be an all-in-one solutions portal for regulatory advocacy, tools, and resources, we launched MIDestinationCompliance.com in June of 2016. This is a collaborative effort with CUNA, League InfoSite, and MCUL to provide you with a total compliance solution powered by CU Solutions Group. The immediate response from Michigan credit unions has been overwhelmingly positive. Since then, we've developed and launched a custom destination compliance portal for the League of Southeastern Credit Unions. And we're also working on a customized implementation for the Credit Union Association of the Dakotas and the New York Credit Union Association. Lastly, I want to quickly cover performance solutions. Once again, I'm pleased to announce that year-over-year same quarter sales continue to grow. Third quarter sales are up 76% compared to the same period last year. Because of even stronger first and second quarter sales results, we're on track for 100% sales growth on the year, exceeding our own internal team goal of 50% sales growth and a budget of just 10%. This development is on pace to take new sales from roughly 600,000 in 2015 to 1.2 million for this year. This will elevate the Performance Solutions division to both record revenue and profitability for the year. I'm pleased to report a solid third quarter from Performance Solutions, and I'm confident that we'll have a strong finish to the year. Back to you, Dave.
Thank you, Drew and Ken. We've covered a lot of ground in this report, and I hope that you found this quarterly update valuable. This is part of our effort to be transparent with our stakeholders regarding our priorities and our future focus. Now, we have a very dedicated team of staff and board of directors working on your behalf, and we remain positive as we look to the future, working with CUNA to remove barriers, promote the credit union difference, provide solutions for service excellence, and to provide you with a total compliance solution through Destination Compliance. Thank you for watching.